Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and customs in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things. But if it does not stop Charlamagne the God, it will not stop me. Angel number 24. All right, y'all, let's get into it. We had a popper. This is not gonna keep coming out. I don't know how this card got so beat up. All right, God, what messages do you have for us to become the alchemists of our lives, to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public? Please deliver your message. Ooh, I like that. So the card that popped out is abundance. When your heart intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. And so I feel like that message is pretty clear. I feel like God is saying that if you are doing things that if you have an adventure or an idea or whatever that you feel like you're doing it to help contribute to the world, or like it just really if it's just yeah. You think it's going to contribute to the world, or if you're doing something because you want to contribute to the world, God is saying don't be surprised if you stumble upon abundance. If don't be surprised if you find yourself having the things that you always dreamed of. I think sometimes in the spiritual community we can get caught up in thinking that we're supposed to be poor, or like we're not supposed to have money because because we love God. But God is saying, like, I never told you that you can't have abundance. Like, I never told you to agree with that. And I feel like this message here is letting him know that, if abundance is something that you're looking for, or abundance, like wealth, is something that you want, as long as you keep doing things that are true to your heart, and doing things that, by you doing things that are true to your heart, you're doing things that will eventually help open the doors of humanity and raise the vibration of the planet. Underneath this, God says inner world. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. And so I feel like what God is saying is that in order to get the abundance that you want, or in order for you to even, get to advance to the level of the things that you eventually want, like the life of your dreams, God is saying you really have to go inwards. You really have to make sure that you're dealing with the things that is inside of yourself. He's saying that how you feel about yourself and how what you think on a daily basis is what is going to be reflected in your reality. Angel number 250. So if you are someone who is just constantly negative, or if you're someone who who just don't think very highly of themselves, it doesn't matter how much you work towards something. If you always have this belief that I'm not good enough, or people don't get me, then you're never going to be able to get to that abundance that you ultimately deserve, because your inner world reflects your outer world. Also, I feel like God is saying if there is a lot of chaos and there's a lot of turmoil in your life, then also look within yourself, because there may be a lot of chaos and a lot of turmoil within yourself. And so it's necessary for you to look within yourself, because I feel like God is saying this card just wanted to come out, the Chariot, and I feel like God's saying you're moving on to new horizons. You are about to, I also feel like, because it says a strong energy is propelling you forward, follow the strings of your heart. I really feel like if you've been doing the work, and you have not been seeing like that, you haven't been seeing the tangible benefit, I feel like that it's about to happen soon. Like, it's going to happen within like the next 4 to 6 months. Like, you're going to start seeing some movement. And the reason why you're seeing that movement is because you've done that work inside, and it's about to start blooming out. So for some of you guys, you just need that encouragement that you are moving in the right direction. And God is saying keep following your hearts, because it is leading you to abundance and to all of those opportunities and blessings that you want. Also, I feel like for some of you guys, God wants you to understand, in order to go have the expansion that you need, in order to travel and move beyond the area that you're in, again, it's a need for you to go inside. It's a need for you to balance yourself. It's a need for you to look at your emotions. You can't ignore your emotions. You can't ignore what you're feeling. if you do, it's just you're going to stop yourself from that moment of advance. You're going to stop yourself from that expansion that you ultimately want. I love this card of Temperance because you see she has one foot on land, one foot in the water. So which means she's grounded in reality, but she's still not afraid to go within her emotions. And that's how you're able to manifest. That's how you're able to bring abundance in your life, is because you see what she's doing. She's transmuting. She's taking one cup from another and putting it in another. So when you look at your life, and if it's not as you want it, and you realize, okay, I want to advance to something else, I want to move beyond this, then God is saying you have to then focus your attention and your energy on abundance, because we are vibrational beings, right? I'm going to find you a tool because I feel like I'm losing you. God, give us a tool to help us understand how to unlock abundance in our life. Clarify this message of inner world. What are you trying to get us to understand about unlocking abundance in our inner world, about bringing ourselves into balance within, will help us have advancement in the outside world and help us manifest new reality. Give us a tool, God, to get to advancement. Give us one tool that we can use. Make it as plain as possible. And I think I saw it. One tool that we can use to get to abundance. Gave us 2. I love it. It's 3 I want to focus on, but I'm going to focus on the other card that came out is I can create both time and the money to enjoy it. And so this is God just again trying to double down on this fact that you can use your mind. I'm going to read it. Many of you tell us that you are so busy making your money that you do not have time to enjoy it. For when you rely on action to create, often you are too tired to enjoy your creations. Once you not only understand the power of your thoughts, but deliberately direct this powerful tool in the direction of the things that you desire. So again, your thoughts, your inner world, blooming outwards. But deliberately direct this tool in the direction of the things you desire, then you will discover that the action part of your life is the way you enjoy what you have created through your thought. So again, what God is saying, he knows all the things you want. He knows where you want. He knows how how you want it to happen. But it's something that you have to come within yourself and realize that you deserve it. Angel number 740. The other card that came out is the better my story gets, the better my life gets. Begin telling the story of your desires and add to it the details of the positive aspects that you can find that match those desires. Then embellish your positive expectations by speculating with your good feeling, wouldn't it be nice if examples. You can say things like, only good things come to me and I'll figure it out as I go along. Every time you tell yourself a good feeling story, you will improve and the details of your life will improve. The better it gets, the better it gets. And so what God is trying to get you to understand is that, yeah, you may be right here in your maze and your dreams is elsewhere, but God is saying as long as you keep following your heart, as long as you keep doing the things that make you feel good, as long as you keep bringing yourself into balance. So whenever something that comes up that make you feel like you have to be sneaky or make you feel like you're tied to, you're chained to this reality, God is saying focus your attention on what you do want. Focus your attention on abundance, and then you will naturally advance to the level that you desire. The last thing that God wants you to keep in mind is that my what is need not influence my what is becoming. What is has no bearing on what is coming unless you continue reintegrating the story of what is. By thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you are currently living to be the jumping off place for so much more. But if you predominantly speak of what is, then you would jump off into more of the same. And so I feel like what God is saying for you guys is very important for you to be mindful of the stories that you're telling yourself. And yeah, be very mindful of the stories that you're telling yourself and the thoughts that you're thinking. When you do find yourself thinking thoughts or feeling less than good, then God is telling you to direct your attention, because I feel like the turmoil, the reason why for some of you guys, you're like, why am I not seeing this abundance? Why am I not seeing this manifestation? And I feel like it's because you're focusing on what's going on too much. You're focusing on like this isn't happening, and that is why you're not getting the result that you want. Angel number 950 with the my what is not influencing my what is becoming. And for other of you guys, the reason why you have not attain the abundance that you ultimately want and you ultimately desire is because you feel like you're smarter than God. You're not trusting God. You're not you're not trusting God. You're not even trusting yourself. You're doing things that you think will get you money instead of being true to yourself and allowing the money to attract into your life. Two different things. All right, guys, I am going to give you one final card, and I guess today is just going to be a work your light day. God, give us one final card to wrap up this message of abundance. How can we get to abundance? How can we balance our emotions within to get the abundance in our outside world? How can we stop focusing on what is happening and start telling ourselves a better story about our lives so that our lives can move better? How can we close the doors to all those things, attitudes, and beliefs that are no longer serving to us? Make it as plain as possible. One card, please. One card. Last shuffle. Okay. I love this. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. God is just saying, like, he knows that you want abundance, and that's why he's saying he wants you to stop working so hard. Angel number 1134. It's not necessary for you to work yourself to death. Like, that's not going to get you to the abundance that you want. The other day I was listening to a Breakfast Club interview or a clip or whatever on Charlamagne's timeline, and this guy said something that was very profound. He said, I don't know nobody with multiple jobs who make a whole bunch of money. So that just lets you know that, you having a whole bunch of jobs is not going to get you to that money. You hustling and doing all these crazy things is not going to get you to your money. What's going to get you to the money, what's going to get you to the abundance that you ultimately deserve is going within yourself and bringing yourself into balance and understanding where your limiting beliefs is. What's your idea of money? Also, you need to have fun. Like, you've been so serious. You're so chained to money that you don't even realize that what this is really doing to you, because you're so focused on your money. You're so focused on this. You're so focused on just having this one area of your life. And God is saying that's why it's not happening, because you're so focused on it. You're so focused on the lack of money instead of having fun and enjoying life and then letting the money naturally come to you. Angel number 1253. The last message, and the message that I'm actually going to focus on, is the Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. And I feel like that's why God is saying it's necessary for you to go within yourself so that you can trust yourself, because there is help on the other side. So I feel like this is actually an activation card, and it is. So please, if you are listening to this, maybe take a moment, pause it so that you can look at it, so that you can soak in this information. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the rising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will rings, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. Again, my what is cannot influence my what is becoming. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spiritual realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of Earth and all of humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spiritual world, United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put it in your request and let them do the work. And so that's why God is trying to get you to understand about, you can have fun. You can both have money and freedom too. And again, creating heaven on earth. So God is letting you know that we're in this time where our spirits and our ancestors can easily help us. Angel number 15 is just on us to bring ourselves into balance and to trust that we have that power within us to do it. As I was reading that card, I was also thinking about, I just realized that I probably got that free tire. If you pay attention to these videos, I have went to Bell Tire. They put my wrong wheel on the wrong end and I end up having a flat tire. And eventually, long story short, I ended up getting a free tire. And I think I ended up getting that free tire because I just was like, God, I don't want to pay for another tire. I want this situation resolved and I don't want to worry about this anymore. And I feel like they took care of it. Another thing I have, this at the beginning of the year, like I just sat down at my altar and I just told my complete plans. Like we have to realize that working with our ancestors and spirits, like even if that makes you feel like woo woo, like you also know if you have a grandparent or a loved one who passed away, you got to understand that they're on the other side. If they didn't choose to come back in, but that is an option. But if they are on the other side, they want to help us. And I know my grandma would do anything to help me. And so we have to realize that it's a two-way street. Like this card was saying, there's this thing called free will. Angel number 1616. And so, yeah, we can't just have them, like, they're not just going to come and fuck up our, they're not just going to come and do things. Like, we have to ask them, like, hey, can you, do this. I want this to be the outcome. I want like if you speak to them that way, or if you tell them, and like this says, nothing is too small or too big. Like they fixed my wheel. I had some stuff happening over the summer with my disability. I got my disability. Like, it's just like, trust God, like trust your spirit teams, ask them for things. It's a two-way street. If you're doing things with good intention, then you have to know, if you're doing what you're working on, especially if you're working towards, I just feel like it's somebody who's working on like a creative project or like a book or something like that. Like if you're working on that and like this, you just feel in your soul, this book is going to help humanity. Like this is just going to help the planet. You have to know that there's all these beings who like also is like, yes, bitch, this is what you need to do. I'm going to help you do it. And all you got to do is just tap in and trust them. Angel number 1720, but I'm done. This is my last message. Put your hand on your heart and touch and agree with me as I say this. Council of Light, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my divine, Council of Light, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my mission. I don't know why I can't say this. Angel number 1745. Council of Light, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my personal dharmic mission. Thank you for guiding me with clarity with every step of the way and for sending me helpers and experience that delight my mind, body, and spirit. Council of Light, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my personal dharmic mission. Thank you for guiding me with clarity every step of the way and for sending me helpers and experience that delight my mind, body, and soul. Council of Light, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my personal dharmic mission. Thank you for guiding me with clarity every step of the way and for sending me helpers and experience that delight my mind, body, and soul. Ashe. And so if you have been, just wanting differently, you want your life to go differently, you want to tap into this abundance, God is just telling you, tap within yourself. Know that your what is need not to influence your what is becoming. Know that as you start telling yourself a different story, as you start feeling good on the inside, it would eventually bloom outward, and those manifestations and those blessings will be right at your doorstep and coming on their way as we help bring heaven on earth. All right, I'm done. This is my last video. Angel number 1911. I do not know. I'm recording this on a Saturday, and this is technically my day off. So, I don't know. I hope this message was beneficial for you. If it was, at least give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this video, give me your key takeaways. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never let someone tell you what you cannot do. Take care. Bye.